So at Transitions, we actually went to Cambodia to follow a couple from the United States. And at the time, they had 3 young kids. They uprooted their family, moved to Cambodia to transition young girls out of brothels. So it's a story about hope and survival, what it takes for these girls to heal, the programs that are currently underway, and what it will take to help this situation in the future.
Now, did you direct this film?
I did.
What was the inspiration for the story?
Yeah. So when I was a news reporter here in North Texas, I actually covered human trafficking extensively. So by meeting with law enforcement here, by meeting with the organizations that were working with young girls who had been trafficked and learning how prevalent it is here in the United States, and then actually through a friend learned about this couple that left the United States to do this work in Cambodia. And I just felt it was such an important story to tell because I really want to tell the stories of people who are making a difference in the world. And that's exactly what this is.
We had a interview recently with somebody from an organization that dealt with the foreground of human trafficking, and how in Texas we're like one of the numbers are staggering just to find out, let alone the world. So thank you for telling this story. Did you write this?
Yeah, so I did write it and I produced it, and we had a small crew with a novice photographer and me and a close friend who's a producer at CNN, and we just went for 10 days and we poured our heart and souls into it, and it's a story that is so beautiful and I'm so proud of.
Now, how long did it take y'all to shoot? And
so we were there for 1 week. And so we were filming from morning until night until we couldn't walk anymore. But I think that at the end, I hope that when people watch it, they walk away with a sense of hope, because these are young women who have seen the worst of humanity and they still find a way to live, and they still have hope. They have hope in us as humans, they have hope in the world, and they have hope in the future. And so for those of us who kind of get down sometimes and see a bleak future, for those who have really experienced the worst, if they have hope, then we have no excuse to not have hope.
Now, as a filmmaker myself, I know that there's a lot that you can shoot for as long as you do. But is there something that didn't end up in the film that you really feel for?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we learned during filming was that James and Athena Pond, they had applied for a grant to create a digital database of missing and exploited children. So right now, if a parent goes to a police station in northern Cambodia, there's no way for anyone else within that country to know this child is missing. So the nonprofit, the couple that we were profiling in this piece, they were working on the grant to get this digital database, so that infrastructure was there, and the grant didn't go through, and that infrastructure is still not there. So we pulled it out of the film just because we're telling the story as it currently exists. And how difficult it is for these children who are essentially, and young women who are essentially invisible to be found.
Tell everybody how they can find out more information about yourself and your film.
Absolutely. So we're at KimiyaInternational.com. It's KIMIYA International.com. And we're also on Instagram. Okay.
Well, thank you very much.